I logged on to Roblox today. As you can see, I'm on an alt account. I'm on my bananas, not going bananas alt account. And I logged on to Roblox earlier today, and of course, I have been banned. I have been banned for 10 fucking days. 10 days. 10 days because I was engaged in some tomfoolery, crashing other people's games. Honestly, 10 days seems like a lot for just that. Like I didn't really do that much. I could understand maybe 7 days, but 10 days. 10. Anyway, I'm kind of pissed off. So instead of taking this, you know, like an adult, like taking my punishment like an adult, and you know, just accepting the fact that I was fucking with people and that I probably shouldn't have, I'm gonna teach everybody else how to do it. I'm gonna teach everybody how to make other people's games. Obviously join town. I'm in town debug, but it should work for regular town just the same. Go and find a plot area way off away from everybody else while we're building it, because if people start discovering this, you'll probably get reported and you'll get banned exactly like I did. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to create a plot. If you can't run the command create plot, or if you don't have access to the command btools, it's because you need to join the group. You need to have over an hour in game, and you need to have a verified email attached to your account. Now that we have btools, we're going to press J on our keyboard to open up the new part tool. We're going to click here to spawn a generic new part. We're going to bring this up a little bit, and we're going to resize this to be exactly 10 by 10. I'm going to bring this closer to the center of the plot, just kind of as close as possible. You can eyeball it, doesn't need to be exact. Now we're going to press H here. We're going to open up the mesh tool here on our keyboard, or you can press the little circle sphere thing. Click add mesh. It should start off as a head, and that's fine. Click the drop down here that says head, and you're going to select file instead. We're going to resize this to be 1.5, 1.5, 1. This is the really important part. You need to leave your plot. Everything that we're going to be doing from this point forward, you need to be outside of your plot for, because if you're inside of your plot, you're just going to crash. You see how that cube disappears? That's good. That's good. That cube needs to disappear because that is our mesh. We're going to crash people using a mesh glitch. Not really a mesh glitch, more like mesh abuse. So you're going to go on to your Roblox creator marketplace. You want to go to create.roblox.com, go to marketplace, meshes, just search for sussy lag mesh. I'll also leave the link to this in the description. Double click this. You want the ID out of this. So right after asset slash, you want those numbers. Control C. In town, we're going to select our cube again, put in the mesh ID box our ID. So Control V. Paste, press enter, and you should see that I'm going to walk into our plot. If you have an older machine, I would not recommend doing this because you might experience a lot of lag. But if you walk in here, hello. Oh, there we go. All right, as you can see, our mesh is beautiful. And this is what we're going to use to crash people. So we're going to leave the plot again, make sure that mesh disappears. Press N to open up your materials. Instead of plastic, we're going to select it to glass, and we're going to set the transparency to something random, as long as it's not 0 and as long as it's not 1. And that's because the glass effect actually adds an extra like layer of rendering. It adds a shader. It just makes it harder to, like, harder for your graphics card to render. I'll explain a bit more later. The last step is just to copy and paste it a shit ton of times. So we're going to Control C, rotate it a little bit, and then we're going to select both of these. Then we're going to Control C. Then we're going to rotate these, and now we're going to select all 4 of them. We're going to do that, and we're just going to keep going. We're just going to keep going until we have what looks to be like kind of like a sphere. It's getting dark, so let me throw on some night vision. All right, there we go. Okay, so now when you select it, it should look like that. It should just look like a weird spider web ball thing. We're just going to Shift G to group these all together in case you wanted to move it or anything. And we are just going to save plot. We'll save it as lag. And just like that, you now have a crash plot. So wherever you spawn this, just spawn this in a busy area where there's a lot of people walking through. And anybody who walks inside of your plot will just immediately freeze. Like their PC will just freeze. Now we're going to remove the plot. Let's go try out our lag plot. Let's go somewhere where it's going to be kind of busy. I'm thinking probably the center area if nobody's placed a plot there yet. If they have, I'm just going to go to a different server and do the same thing. While we're walking here, I guess I can explain how it works. So basically, that mesh, the sussy lag mesh on its own doesn't really do very much. It's not very laggy on its own, but if you stack it a bunch of times, it gets really laggy. And the reason why is because 3D objects in video games and whatnot are made up of what are called polys, which stands for polygon. And it's how every single game works. It's how every single game renders things. So like if you look really closely, even at round objects, you'll notice that they have like a certain number of polygons, or like triangles, squares, whatever. They're just shapes. So like this is different polys right here. This is probably, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 poly. This is probably an 8 poly model. Our mesh probably has somewhere close to like 500 polys, which is really, really, really graphically intense, like to calculate. So when you place like 200 of them, and then on top of that, you add shaders, it becomes a whole mess for your graphics card to try and render. We're gonna go in the center here. We're gonna leave our plot vicinity, so make sure that you're outside of your plot. Now we're gonna load plot, lag. And it looks like there's nothing here. It looks like there's nothing here. So people will literally just walk in here like normal and they'll just crash. I actually tested this on iPhones. iPhones will also freeze. So if you have a mobile player, they walk in here, they will freeze. Their game will freeze. So I guess now we just wait until somebody walks in, and I can show you what it looks like when you crash somebody's game. So what I can also do is I can just, you know, like try and get people to walk in here. Okay, so again, you really want to make sure that you don't go in there, because if you go in there, your game will freeze and you'll just crash. All right, so look at these guys. Look at these guys. These guys just spawned in. We'll see if I can get them to follow me over here. Come on. I know you want to. Come on. I'm not going to say anything in chat because then it brings a proof back to me. All right, look. This guy's going to walk through here, and you'll watch. He'll walk over. He'll get close, and he's frozen. His game just crashed, so you'll watch. He'll sit there. He's frozen. He's frozen. He's frozen. He's frozen. He's frozen, and then he'll just disappear. And look. We already have another victim. Oh, maybe not. He's smart. He knows something's up. And there he goes. Game just crashed. There's got to be somebody else who's dumb enough to walk in here. Hopefully a moderator. I feel like it'd be really fun if a moderator. Let's see if I can get a couple other people, and then probably just end the video. Oh, we have another victim. Is he gonna get close enough? No, he did not get close. Oh, there we go. He just walked in, and you can see he's frozen. Give it maybe another 15 seconds, and he will just disappear. Oh, he escaped. He managed to escape. So he's probably got a more powerful PC. Ooh, I almost walked into my own plot. That would have been really fucking bad. So he's probably got a newer graphics card, probably like a 3090 or like maybe 4080, 4090. I hear a car, and how is he not crashed? Oh, there's two people in here. So he's gonna disappear first. King Rogue is gonna disappear. How is this guy not crashing? I wonder if he has meshes disabled. I don't know if that's a thing. Okay, that guy just crashed. That's really interesting that he's not crashing. I wonder if his graphics quality is like too low for it to render. Interesting. Anyway, as you can see though, it works. You know, we crashed a couple innocent people. Oh, okay, now he's crashing. He was just lagging a bit. It was just lagging. All right, and then we'll watch. We'll see. Give another 10 seconds, and he will disappear as well because we crashed his game. Where is it? And he's gone. Okay, so that's how you create a crash plot in town. Really not that hard. Really nothing special. Literally just spamming the same fucking mesh over and over again. That's meant to induce lag. I encourage you to. What the fuck? I had no idea that they supported lighting like that. Yeah, I encourage you to use this to troll people. I encourage you to try and crash as many people as you possibly can. And that's just to piss off the town moderator, so they have to ban like 80 other people for the same thing that they banned me for, because it's funny. It's funny to mess with people. It's funny to do a bit of trolling. It's funny to do a catastrophic amount of trolling in this place. And in this case, but yeah, that's how you create a town crash plot. Pretty simple. I'll show you what it looks like when I go in here. We'll literally, like,